A poor man wakes up at 7 a.m., already tired, already behind, and before his day even begins, he has already sold it. 8 hours, sometimes 10, sometimes 12. Not because he wants to, but because he has to. Every minute he works is a minute he'll never get back. Now somewhere else, a rich man wakes up. No alarm, no rush, no pressure. And here's the part no one tells you. He's not selling his time. He's buying more of it. While one man trades his life just to survive, the other is quietly building a life where time works for him. So let me ask you something. Why do some people seem to own their time, while others are completely owned by it? Why does one person live freely, while another is stuck repeating the same exhausting loop, day after day, year after year? This isn't about luck. It's not about talent, and it's definitely not about working harder. It's about understanding a rule, a hidden system, that most people never even realize exists. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because the real difference between rich and poor is not money, it's time. And in the next few minutes, you're going to realize something uncomfortable. You might not just be working for money, you might be selling your life away. But here's where it gets dangerous. Here's the part that most people never question. From the moment you're young, you're taught a very specific formula for life. Go to school, get good grades, find a stable job, work hard, retire someday. Sounds safe, right? But hidden inside that safe path is a trap almost no one talks about. Because what you're really being taught is this: trade your time for money. And at first, it feels normal. You get your first paycheck. You feel proud, independent, grown up. But slowly, something starts to happen. Your time stops being yours. You wake up not because you want to, but because you have to. You go to work not because you love it, but because your survival depends on it. And by the end of the day, you're too exhausted to think, too drained to dream, too tired to build anything for yourself. So what do? You distract yourself. Scroll through your phone, watch something, escape reality just enough to forget, and then you repeat it all over again. Wake up, work, exhaustion, escape, sleep. Day after day, week after week, year after year. And the scariest part? It starts to feel normal. This is what psychologists call conditioning. You're not just working a job, you're being trained to believe this is the only way life works. That if you want more money, you must give more time. That working harder is the only solution. But no one stops and asks, what happens when you run out of time? Because money can be earned again. Lost money can be rebuilt. But time only moves in one direction. And every hour you sell is an hour you no longer control. That means the more time you sell, the less control you actually have over your life. Think about that. Your freedom, your choices, your future are all limited by how much of your time you've already given away. And here's where it gets even more dangerous. Most people don't even realize they're trapped. They think they're being responsible. They think they're doing the right thing. But in reality, they're slowly giving up the one thing that actually matters: their life. And the longer they stay in this loop, the harder it becomes to escape. Because now, they don't just need money. They depend on it. And this is exactly where the real problem begins. Now, let's go deeper, because this isn't just about jobs. It's about how people think. Two people can live in the same world, work similar hours, face the same opportunities, but end up in completely different lives. Why? Because one operates from survival, and the other from growth. A person stuck in survival mode wakes up with one question: how do I get through today? Bills, responsibilities, pressure. Everything feels urgent, so they make decisions based on fear. They choose security over freedom, comfort over risk, short-term relief over long-term control. And that's where the trap tightens. Because when your decisions are driven by fear, you don't think about building a future. You think about protecting the present. So what do most people do? They sell their time again and again, hour by hour, day by day. And here's the brutal truth. They don't get paid for the value they create. They get paid for the time they give. That means no matter how hard they work, there's always a limit. 24 hours in a day. That's the ceiling. You can't work 25 hours. You can't duplicate yourself. So even if you hustle harder than everyone else, you're still trapped inside the same system. And this creates something even more dangerous, a mindset, where time is seen as something to spend, not something to invest. Think about it. After a long day, people say, I just want to kill time. Kill time? That's like saying, I want to kill my own life, because time is life. But when you're stuck in survival mode, you don't see it that way. You trade hours for comfort. You trade years for stability. And slowly, without realizing it, you start selling not just your time, but your future. Every hour spent building someone else's dream is an hour not spent building your own. Every year in the same loop makes it harder to break out of it. And over time, you don't just lose freedom, you lose possibility. Because now, even if you want to escape, fear holds you back. What if I fail? What if I lose what I have? What if things get worse? So you stay, not because you love the life you're living, but because you're afraid of the unknown. And that's how the system keeps running. Not by force, but by fear. And this is exactly why most people never escape. Now, here's the moment where everything can change. Because escaping this trap doesn't start with money. It starts with a shift in how you see time. Most people grow up believing money is the most valuable thing in the world. They chase it. They stress over it. They measure their success by it. But the truth is, money is just a tool. Time is the real currency. And once you truly understand that, your entire perspective begins to change. Poor thinking asks, how much money will I make from this? Rich thinking asks, how much of my life will this cost me? Read that again, because one question focuses on earning, the other focuses on living, and that small shift changes everything. Imagine two opportunities. One pays you well, but takes all your time. The other pays less, but gives you freedom to grow, learn, and build something of your own. Most people choose the first. Why? Because they've been conditioned to chase immediate money instead of long-term control. But people who understand the value of time start thinking differently. They begin to ask, can I do this once and get paid forever? Can I create something that works even when I don't? Can I multiply my effort instead of repeating it? This is where a powerful concept comes in. Leverage. Leverage means doing something once and getting results many times. Instead of trading time directly, you build systems, skills, and assets that continue to generate value without your constant presence. For example, if you work a job, you get paid once for each hour. But if you build a skill like writing, coding, designing, or creating content, that skill can be used again and again and again. If you build a system like a business or an online platform, it can generate income even when you're sleeping. That's the difference. One path requires your time forever. The other requires your effort up front, but gives you freedom later. And this is the exact point where people either stay stuck or start breaking free. Because shifting your mindset sounds simple, but it's uncomfortable. It forces you to think long-term, to delay gratification, to step into uncertainty, and most people avoid that. They go back to what feels safe, predictable, familiar. But those who lean into this shift, they start to see time differently. They protect it. They invest it. They use it to build something bigger than themselves. And slowly, they move from selling their time to owning it. And this is where everything truly changes. Because rich people don't work for money. They make money work for them. And the way they do that is surprisingly simple but completely opposite to how most people live. They focus on one goal: buying back their time. Not luxury, not status, not even comfort. Time. And they do it in three powerful ways. 1. Leverage. This is the biggest shift. Instead of doing everything themselves, they build systems where other people's time and effort multiply their results. Think about a business owner. He doesn't personally answer every email, deliver every service, or handle every task. He builds a team. Now, 1 hour of his thinking can produce 10, 50, even 100 hours of output. That's leverage. While most people are limited by their own time, he's operating with expanded time. It's no longer just 24 hours in a day. It's 24 hours multiplied by people, systems, and processes. 2. Assets. This is where things get even more powerful. Rich people don't just earn money, they build things that keep earning. These are called assets. It could be investments, content, businesses, digital products, anything that generates value without needing constant effort. For example, a video created once can be watched millions of times. A smart investment can grow silently in the background. A business system can operate even when the owner isn't present. So instead of trading time for money, they flip the equation. Now money is generating more money without consuming their time. And that's how they slowly disconnect income from hours. 3. Decision-making. This is the part most people misunderstand. Rich people don't hesitate to pay for speed. They outsource, they delegate, they eliminate unnecessary effort. Why? Because they understand something deeply. Spending money to save time is not a loss, it's an investment. Imagine this: a rich person pays someone to handle routine tasks, errands, admin work, small responsibilities. On the surface, it looks like they're wasting money. But what are they actually doing? They're freeing up hours they can use to think, create, build, expand. And those hours can generate far more value than the money they spent. So they're not buying convenience. They're buying opportunity. And when you combine these three things, leverage, assets, smart decisions, you create a completely different reality. A life where time is no longer slipping away, but expanding. Where you're not constantly reacting, but intentionally creating. And this is the game most people don't even realize exists. They think rich people are buying cars, houses, luxury lifestyles, but in reality, they're buying the one thing money can actually give you: freedom over your time. And the hardest truth is this: most people will see this, understand it, and still never act on it, because something deeper is holding them back. Because the system isn't the only thing trapping people, their own habits are. And this is where it gets uncomfortable, because deep down, most people already know what they should be doing. Learn new skills, take risks, build something of their own. Think long-term, but they don't. Not because they're incapable, but because they're comfortable. And comfort is one of the most dangerous addictions. It doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like safety. A steady paycheck, a predictable routine, a life that doesn't surprise you. But here's the truth: what feels safe today can quietly steal your entire future. Because growth requires uncertainty. And most people are trained to avoid uncertainty at all costs. They fear losing what they have, even if what they have isn't what they truly want, so they stay in the same cycle. Not because it's fulfilling, but because it's familiar. And then there's another silent killer: distraction. We live in a world designed to capture your attention. Endless scrolling, short videos, constant notifications. Every second, something is fighting for your focus. And the more time you spend consuming, the less time you spend creating. It's a perfect trap, because it feels harmless. Just one more video, just 5 more minutes, but those minutes turn into hours. Those hours turn into days. And before you realize it, years have passed with nothing meaningful built. This is what psychologists call a dopamine loop. You get small bursts of pleasure without any real progress, and your brain gets addicted to it. So instead of doing hard, meaningful work, you choose easy, temporary escape, again and again. And then there's the biggest reason of all: lack of long-term thinking. Most people think in days, some think in weeks, very few think in years. But everything that creates freedom takes time. Skills take time. Assets take time. Systems take time. And because the results aren't immediate, people quit. They go back to what gives instant rewards: a paycheck, entertainment, comfort, not realizing they're choosing short-term relief over long-term control. And this is where most people lose their entire life. Not in one big decision, but in thousands of small ones, choosing comfort over growth, distraction over focus, fear over possibility. Day after day, until one day they look back and realize they never actually owned their time. But here's the truth most people miss. You don't need to be rich to escape this. You just need to start thinking differently, starting today. Now here's the part that actually matters, because understanding this idea is powerful, but acting on it is what changes your life. And the good news? You don't need to be rich to start buying your time. You just need to stop thinking like someone who sells it. Step 1, stop valuing money over time. This is where everything begins. Right now, most people make decisions like this. Does it pay more? But a better question is, does this give me more control over my life? Because a high-paying job that consumes all your time is still a trap, while something that gives you space to grow, even if it pays less at first, can become your escape. Start seeing time as your most valuable asset. Protect it, respect it, because once it's gone forever. Step 2, build high-income skills. If you want freedom, you need skills that are not tied to hours, skills that create value, not just effort. Writing, sales, marketing, coding, problem solving. These are skills that can scale, meaning you can use them once and get paid multiple times. At first, you'll still trade time, but over time, those skills become your leverage. They open doors. They create opportunities. They give you options. And options create freedom. Step 3, create leverage. This is where you move from earning to building. Start small, freelancing, side projects, digital work. Then slowly, turn that into systems, a business, a platform, a process that works without you being present every second. The goal is simple. Do the work once and let it keep working for you. That's how you begin to disconnect income from time. Step 4, invest consistently. Instead of spending everything you earn, start putting money into things that grow. Investments, assets, opportunities. Even small amounts matter, because over time, money starts working for you, and every dollar that works for you is time you don't have to sell. Step 5, protect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Cut distractions, limit mindless scrolling, reduce things that don't move you forward. Be intentional with your hours. Ask yourself daily, is this bringing me closer to freedom or deeper into the trap? Because small daily choices create massive long-term results. And here's the truth. This path isn't easy. It requires patience, discipline, uncertainty, but it's the only path that leads to real control over your life. And once you start walking it, even slowly, everything begins to change. Because in the end, this isn't just about money. Because in the end, this isn't just about money. It's about your life. Strip everything away, all the systems, all the strategies, all the ideas, and what you're really left with is this. Time is life itself. Every hour you live, every moment you experience, every memory you create, it all exists inside time. So when you sell your time, you're not just selling effort, you're selling pieces of your life. Moments you'll never get back. Days you'll never relive. Years that slowly disappear without you even noticing. And that's the part most people never stop to think about. They say, "I'll enjoy life later. I'll rest when I'm older. I'll be free someday." But someday is not guaranteed. And even if it comes, will you still have the energy, the health, the time, or will you realize, too late, that you spent your entire life preparing to live, but never actually lived? Here's the truth that changes everything. Wealth is not measured by how much money you have. It's measured by how much control you have over your time. Can you wake up when you want? Can you choose how you spend your day? Can you walk away from things that don't align with you? That's real wealth. Because money without time is just another form of limitation. And this is where the final question hits. At the end of your life, when everything slows down, when there's no more chasing, no more distractions, you'll be left with one simple truth. How did you spend your time? Did you own it? Or did you trade it away piece by piece? Did you build something meaningful? Or did you stay stuck in a cycle you never questioned? Because the difference between rich and poor was never just about money. It was about awareness. One understands the value of time and learns to protect it, multiply it, own it. The other slowly gives it away without ever realizing what it truly costs. So now the question is no longer about them, it's about you. Starting today, every decision you make, every hour you spend, every path you choose is either moving you closer to owning your time or deeper into selling it. The poor sell their time to survive. The rich buy time to live. The question is, which one are you becoming?